Hi guys, James from DVG here and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to show you the wonders of eBay and reveal what my next 30k Legion will be. But first of all, let's just pan across my painting table and see what we have here. So we've got 2 squads of Terminators, 3 characters, a Javelin land speeder, 2 Rhinos with forgeworld upgrades, and a forgeworld blister pack which has Proteus missile launchers in. So, what's all this about then? Well, thanks to the financialness of our situation improving with the government reversing their decision, I've been able to put painting money back into the hobby, and believe it or not, this little lot didn't cost that much at all, and I've been collecting it since before the government decided to get rid of our stuff. So I had a couple of these lying around anyway. Then we had that 2-week period of practically no money, and then government sorted it out. So this is about a month and a half of stuff going on here. So what is there? What do we have? Well, first of all, we go over here. We have 2 squads of Terminators. Now these guys are in Tartarus armor, which you're probably very familiar with my Emperor's Children. But they all have Volkite chargers and either Power Fist or Lightning Claws, and one of them has a Plasma Blast Gun. So these guys, in game terms, are very, very short range. I mean, the Plasma Blast Gun has got a range of 18, and the Volkite chargers have a range of 15. But when they do hit, they hit with quite high strength. I think it's strength 6 for the Volkite, obviously strength 7 for the Plasma. Low AP for the Volkite, but then they have Deflagrate, which means that any unsafe wounds do cause more wounds, and I think each one of those Volkite charges has 2 or 3 shots at strength 5, so that's not bad. And like I said, there's 2 squads of those. I have plans for them. Then if we look down here, we have 3 characters, all bought from eBay. This is the Apothecary in Mark II armour, part of the Apothecary detachment you can get from forgeworld for £23. This little chap was £8 on his own, which isn't bad, considering Games Workshop selling miniatures for £20 on their own, so that's not bad. It was pre-built. I'm going to give it a wash anyway, just in case the person who owned it previously didn't wash it before gluing it together. For those of you who don't know, when you buy resin models, it's a good idea to wash all the parts before you build it, including any bits of sprue or gate or whatever, for at least 24 hours before you build it. Like this, all the releasing agent and stuff from the mould, it sometimes doesn't let the glue adhere properly, and it won't let you paint it. It just won't let you paint it because it's just grease and the paint won't stick. So always wash resin. Talking about washed resin, this guy I know has been dealt with. This guy is the limited, I think it's an event-only miniature. Clearly it's been built. It's been built wrong because that arm there should be down. I think someone was trying to go for gangster style. It should be a far more relaxed pose. But it's been stripped. Bought it on eBay. These guys retail, I don't know how much they retail for, but on eBay, I've seen these guys go for as much as 60 quid, 20 quid. It's stripped. I'm going to try and pop the arm off and put it back in another position. But yeah, 20 quid for a limited event-only miniature. Can't complain. Then we have this guy. This guy is a kit bash. Obviously someone clearly doing something for 40k. I'm not sure where to go with this one. Obviously the Thunderhammer is 40k, so I'm just going to pop it off and replace it with whatever weapon I want to give to him, depending on how I run him. He will either be a Siege Breaker or a Master of Signals. At the moment, Master of Signals seems to be more useful in what I have, or what I'm planning to get, which means I just replace that Thunderhammer with a chainsword, because Master of Signals is not a close combat character, and if he does get in close combat, something's gone horribly wrong. But there you go, he's got a Nuncio Vox on the back, which helps with... what does it help with? Oh, it helps with deep striking, and it helps with spotting for barrage weapons. And next to that, we have a Javelin attack speeder. Now this retails at almost £60. As you can see, they've sort of painted it, and they haven't done a very good job of cleaning up the resin at the front there. And when I bought it, on the pictures on eBay, this antenna was still attached, but obviously when it arrived it had broken. I was kind of expecting that. So this one's probably going to go and have a bit of a strip, and then get painted up in the correct colours of the Legion I'm going to choose. The pilot, it's a good job the pilot came out, because he had a Mark III armour shoulder pad, and he's obviously in Mark IV armour, so that's the case. I've just got to clean that up, give it a bit of a file down, make sure the areas are good for the glue, and then pop on a spare Mark IV shoulder pad, which I have plenty of. These are not for this Legion, these are going to be for the Emperor's Children. I just need to get another 10-man squad of Mark IV armour, which is not going to be a problem. I'm planning on doing a heavy weapon squad, or 5 missile launchers, and then the other 5 guys are going to be tacked on to a tactical squad, because in 30Ks, tactical squad can be as big as 20 models. So I have one big blob, well not blob, a big unit of 15 tactical marines. I think that sort of ties in with the theme I've got going for the army. And then last but not least, we have these 2 rhinos. Now bear in mind that rhinos are, sorry, let's just give the Javelin back and all the bits and bobs back. Bear in mind rhinos are what, 21, 22, 50 each, and this one obviously has had some bits stuck on, so I'm going to need to pop those off. I'm going to pop these spikes off, and obviously fill any holes. And if you've noticed, it's got a multi-melter and a combi bolter. Now the combi bolter is resin, it's forgeworld combi bolter, and the multi-melter is a forgeworld multi-melter. So they've used the weapons upgrade blister on both of these. So both have 30k combi bolters and a multi-melter. Okay, putting a multi-melter on a rhino is a bit of a waste of points, but it does make it look individual, and it can help. You never know when you're going to need to pop that last Terminator or that last Marine. You never know that. But those definitely, because you can tell, well, if I try and get it focused, that the paint is quite thick around the knobs. I think obviously they've done quite a heavy duty job of trying to weather it with sponge chipping. I mean, 10 out of 10 for effort. And I thought when I bought these, they actually cut them in with a knife, but no, they painted them on, which is good. So I think when I take these spikes off, they're going to need a bit of filling underneath. That's not a problem. I have green stuff. And for some reason, I mean, put magnets on, they're actually magnetised. That pops off. I don't know why. Maybe you had plans, but I'm going to glue that back on. And then these are going to go into a methylated spirits bath and be scrubbed clean. So, oh, well, I remember, I have I found enough parts in my bits box to make 10 Mark III Marines. Don't know how I managed that, but I have enough parts to make 10 Mark III Marines. And I've ordered another 2 boxes of Mark III Marines. Again, eBay is brilliant. I haven't paid, I think the most I paid was like £21. Anyway, like I said, this has been going on for a month and a half, if not more. So I've got 30 Mark III Marines, which is very cool. And I plan to use the Rite of War Pride of the Legion, which makes Terminators and Veterans your compulsory troop choices. And then I'm going to have odds and sods of Legion support squads and heavy weapon squads. So I can hear you shouting in YouTube land, what Legion are you going to do? This has got 100% to do with the images that were released and Chris put on the page last week. Dark Angels. The new Dark Angels characters are fantastic. The new Contemptor Dreadnought, some of the design work on the front is a bit large, but it's brilliant. I love it. The Leviathan, I'm not sure about it yet. But what I'm planning with these guys is I don't think I'm going to have a Leviathan. I'm definitely going to have a Contemptor or two. But what I'm planning for these is I'm going to get a third Rhino, and that's going to have a command squad with those two guys in. I'm going to have a 10-man heavy bolter squad, which that guy's going to go in. And if you don't know, Dark Angels have got a couple of rules. Well, they've got three. One is very bad. Basically gifts the opponent victory points if I lose loads of miniatures or loads of units. The other one is that if you use a bladed weapon, a sword or whatever, and your equal weapon skill, you hit on a 3 instead of a 4, which is very cool. Which means that Praetors, armed with any type of sword that includes a Paragon blade, modelled as a sword, or hit another Praetor on a 3+, not a 4+, which is very cool. The other thing they have is something called a molecular acid shell. They are an upgrade for heavy bolters, and they basically give the heavy bolter 2+ poison, so that means it wounds on a 2+, and you roll for each heavy bolter, not each squad, each heavy bolter, it's AP. So bear in mind this is 7th again, so the low numbers are the best. So say you have a squad of 5 heavy weapon marines with 5 heavy bolters, you roll 5 dice and apply the number on each dice to each heavy bolter, which means you've got a what is it? A very high percentage of taking out power armor by rolling a 3 or below, and quite a high, well, a better than average chance of ignoring Terminator armor by rolling 2 or below. So, yeah, again, the guy I mentioned last video, Macca, thinks it's broken. Obviously, Book 9 is around the corner, maybe 6 months, a year. So that may change. That well may change. I mean, if they just either make it poison 3+, or you roll 1 die for each unit instead of 1 die for each man in the unit or each weapon in the unit, that will probably balance everything out. But if you're playing Solar Auxilia or Mechanicum, or even Pure Militia, which is basically a Beer Guard, unless they roll a 6, most of your units are going to not get a save, or 5 or 6. Most of your units are not going to get a save. That is big. That is very powerful. And you're wounding on 2s. And if you put this guy in as a Master of Signals, he has +1 to the ballistic skill. So then they're hitting on 2s. So they're hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s, or killing on 2s, basically. Obviously, it has their strength 2, so they're not going to hurt any vehicles. No way can they hurt vehicles. But, again, broken. There's a few swords, different types of swords. Again, that would be an eBay job. I need to go and search eBay for Dark Angel type bits, like iconography and whatever standards. swords, those little sensor things, that sort of thing. Which is why I was glad I saw this guy, because he's clearly got something from the Dark Angels accessories pack there. So there we are. That is my Legion. That is what I'll be working on in between jobs over the next however long this is going to take me. I have a few things in mind what to do, like I need either a Spartan or 2 Land Raiders. So that can be 1 squad of 10 or 2 squads of 5 Land Raiders. I want to get another Javelin, so I've got a squadron of 2, and then I want to get jet bikes. But the jet bikes are pricey, and it does mean they'll probably be the last thing I buy, because I'm going to have to save. I'm going to have to put some money aside from a painting and pray life doesn't start kicking me in the balls again. Which, you know, life does life. Anyway, so check out the links in the description for Goblin Gaming and White Shot Gaming. Again, use the link to go straight to the shop. You help us out, which is very kind of you. Check out Facebook and Instagram. Our pages on there. Like and subscribe. Tell all your friends. And as usual, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.